The story begins with Blue Beetle severely injured, lying on the ground, reaching his hand out and calling out for help. He screams, "Huh, help me!" as he gets pulled into the dense jungle. Later on, in Monteverde, Costa Rica, 3 young people hang out under the full moon as 2 police officers approach them. "Inside, please! It's past curfew," one of the officers tells them. Right. Is this about your monsters?" one of the girls tells him. Another one joins in. "Ooh, scary bogeymen fly the night skies. Blah, ha, ha, ha. Come on, man," she tells him. Suddenly, a swarm of parademons comes flying through the night sky, attacking the group of young people and the police officers. But in the midst of the attack, there's a loud boom that startles the parademons. It turns out to be members of the Justice League, with Superman leading the charge. "Parademons! Justice League, attack!" Superman shouts. Dr. Richard Occult and Superman hold their ground, attacking the monsters. "You people really hit the ground running, don't you? What are parademons?" Occult asks. "Darkseid's shock troops, mindless and frenetic," Superman shouts. Martian Manhunter prevents a parademon from attacking a boy by wrapping it up. "Impossible! Who could be controlling them? Darkseid has been annihilated!" Lady Shazam rams into the back of a parademon, shouting, "This isn't an organized militia. They're berserkers. Don't overthink this." One of the parademons launches at an officer on the ground. He frantically screams, "Get back! Get back!" while emptying the clip into the monster. The creature almost reaches him until a batarang glides through the air, smashing the parademon in the back and exploding on impact. Batman shows up, beaten and battered. Superman is surprised to see him. "Batman, what happened to you?" Superman questions. "An attack like this, but in a smaller space," Bruce says to him. "Beetle and I found a nest inside the forest, a cache of alien eggs. Hatching nightmares. I lost consciousness. When I awoke, Beetle was gone. But that's not the worst of it, Superman." Batman continues. "The locals swear they've been stealing kids. Wonder Woman, the nest is a mile that way. You and Mary shut it down." Batman shouts at the group while Wonder Woman holds a couple of parademon corpses. "Superman, Black Lightning, Star Sapphire, we stay here," Batman tells the other members as they hold off the swarm. "Manhunter, Dr. Occult, go find those kids!" Bruce orders. Manhunter turns and tells Bruce, "The townspeople need protection. You have telepathy and we're searching for children. Go!" Bruce tells him. Dr. Occult is already running toward his mission. Meanwhile, in Singapore, local police try to handle a chaotic situation. "You identify yourself and surrender. We are prepared to negotiate," the officers shout at the giant. "Ha! What could you offer me that I cannot take?" the giant barks back at the police force. A masked man approaches one of the officers. "Please, my name is Atom Smasher. Let me through. He's my problem," he tells the cop. "Sir, stand back," the officer shouts back. "Weren't you checking the news? Amanda Waller's Amazos stole everyone's superpowers for a while." But in the midst of Atom Smasher talking, a speck jumps off his shoulder. "And not all of them went back to where they were supposed to. That guy's got my power. I can help," Atom Smasher continues. Another atom grows slightly bigger on the officer's shoulder. "It's true, officer. You're witnessing empirical evidence. That is, unless you ordinarily have super strong giant criminals in this neighborhood." Ryan, the Atom Smasher, breaks through the crowd of officers and runs toward the giant, destroying the city. It takes a swing at him while he screams, "Guys, break out the gizmo!" The 2 other atoms hold a strange device as it cranks up. "This should put things right. Grab it and hang on," one of them shouts. Ryan the Atom Smasher points the device toward the giant, making him shrink while simultaneously growing bigger himself. Then the device explodes. Now giant Ryan reaches down to pick up the other 2 atoms. "That was excruciating, guys. What the hell?" he says. "The process still isn't stable, Ryan. This worked, but it went no more smoothly than the last 5 attempts," one of the smaller atoms says. So what? We start from scratch? One asks. Not necessarily. If we're going to put all the missing superpowers on the planet back where they belong, we're going to need the help of another atom. Back at the watchtower, Mr. Terrific asks, wasn't there a Red Inferno? Red Tornado responds, a second android built by my creator, T.O. Morrow. No connection to this new group. Nowhere in the League files can I find mention of an Inferno matching the super-terrorist organization we faced in South Africa. Mr. Terrific is puzzled, trying to figure it all out. 5 mysterious figures describing themselves as the fire that transforms. Transforms what? And capable of deploying billions of dollars worth of equipment and resources in a single go. Stargirl looks at him, smiling. You'll figure it out, Mr. Terrific. I know you. You hate being in the dark. But for right now, all we can do is stay vigilant for another attack. As frustrating as it is, no one here knows anything about this Inferno. During the whole conversation, Airwave is eavesdropping in the hallway. Meanwhile, in Costa Rica, Wonder Woman and Lady Shazam are in the jungle, surrounded by parademon eggs. Huh. Are these dormant or exhausted, you think? Mary asks. Either way, we must eliminate this nest as a threat, Diana says coldly. Mary begins to brainstorm ideas. I can bring mad lightning, but that endangers the forest, precisely. That's when they both come to the same conclusion. We should carry it into space. They both say it at the same time, giving each other a side-eye look. Well, that was weird, Mary says while they split up. Was it? I speak with the wisdom of Athena. You carry the wisdom of Minerva. The Greeks and the Romans were not so different. Mary and Diana uproot the whole parademon nursery and fly toward the sky. I thought they were the same god with different names, Mary tells Diana. Oh, child, you still have much to learn about the various pantheons. Suddenly, a monster erupts from the ground, reaching out and grabbing Mary. In a different part of the jungle, Dr. Occult and Manhunter walk through a dark, damp cave. Dr. Richard Occult, hard-boiled PI specializing in arcane crimes. I've heard of you. Game recognizes game... Detective Jones. Yes, I know your dual identity, John. Dr. Occult shines a flashlight down the tunnel of the cave. Don't look shocked. I've had an eye on you since the night someone in Middleton, Colorado reported seeing a little green man leaving the lab of a dead scientist. I conducted an astral autopsy. Heart attack, not foul play. A little clairvoyance told me he'd just accidentally teleported a Martian to Earth. Dr. Erdel, he was my first friend here. The shock of success killed him before he could send me home. Why didn't you expose me? You would have made some headlines. Good for business. I would have, had you been a threat. But you took human form and fought crime in secret. Good man. We were on the same team. Hell, you were Superman before there was a Superman. Maybe not quite as strong or fast, but you could do most everything he could, and more. I admired that. That is no longer the case. I've not yet confided this, but you deserve to know why I am following you, rather than vice versa. I was, uncomfortable telling the League, in fear of being sidelined, I suppose. But after our powers were stolen, many of mine failed to return. Currently, I have no ocular abilities, and my telepathy is all but silenced. Otherwise, I could have sensed the whereabouts of the captive children. So you counted on me to take the lead? Well, it's hardly the first time I've followed monsters into a cave, and the mystic symbol of the 7 is definitely drawing us in one direction. Before Occult can finish, they come across a section of the cave where the missing children are being held captive. They're unconscious, attached to the wall in sacks, patrolled by a larger parademon. Whoa, there's one of them, standing guard. Can you at least try to get into his head, maybe shoo him off or something? No. He's a parademon. Like all his brethren, he's but a mindless... The parademon looks directly at them, smiling. Not really. The parademon approaches Manhunter and Occult. Different. Born different. Haranmir's ghost. What are you? Manhunter questions. On Apokolips, the first of my kind to be spawned self-aware. Others have been since, but not then. Deemed a perfect candidate to watch over the growing nest, secreted here long ago should it be needed. Darkseid called it service. I call it exile. A cult asks about the children. One of Darkseid's underlings, she prepares mortal younglings to be warriors by providing these as an offering to her. Perhaps Darkseid will allow me to come home. Manhunter tells it that Darkseid is dead. What? No. A cult begins to use his powers to pull the kids free from the wall. It was probably the shockwave of his passing that awakened your nest, which is being dealt with even as we speak. John, handle him while I get the kids. The creature launches forward. No, it's not fair. To be torn, imprisoned from your home, and abandoned on another planet for years and years. Can you imagine my suffering? How dare you? How dare you? Using your pain to justify the harvesting of children, John exclaims as he transforms and smashes the parademon into the cave walls. You are clearly not from this planet either. Surely you will agree that human seed spawn are, at best, a commodity. You are sick of being alone. He then changes into a parademon. Does this suit you? See yourself as I do. You are a monster, a monster. He repeatedly punches the parademon's face into the earth until Wonder Woman's lasso wraps around his wrist, stopping his brutal assault. John. He shifts back to his normal form and turns around to see both Superman and her with concerned looks on their faces. John, it's okay. We're done here. Occult's got the kids and Blue Beetle. Help us imprison these parademons. We can talk, because this isn't you. Isn't it? He flies off. Superman contacts the Watchtower. Watchtower, this is Superman. The town's safe, and we're imprisoning the remaining parademons. Blue Beetle is recovering, but Martian Manhunter is gone. Occult says John confided in him that he was a victim of the power shuffle, which is news to us. Why he'd hide it, I'm not sure. But there's clearly more than that going on with John, and we need to find him. Something's wrong with our friend. Something bad.